out there, but is there a rhyme or reason how you go about substituting those kinds of things in a game like this?
Well, I mean, we want to put a good plan to get the best plan we can against what they do from an X and O standpoint. And like I said, we want to take it to them physically early and let them know what kind of day it's going to be, and then do the best we can in situations. And so, I mean, you prepare for this game like you're preparing for any other game.
Is there anything that Western Illinois does that, from an offensive or defensive standpoint, that concerns you at all?
Well, I mean, you're always concerned because you got to play well, but this game's more about us than them. There's no doubt about it.
As far as the mental side of things, is that a critical factor in this ball game, Coach?
No, it's huge because all week long you're fighting human nature. Came off the opener, a lot of energy there. We all know who we play next week. And, this team, we don't have great tape. We have one game from this year, and then we're looking at D2 tape, on the D coordinator from last year. And so, human nature is to relax. And that's what I'm fighting throughout the entire organization with the players and practice. And we got to be ready to go. I don't want to come out of this playing sloppy.
You played some freshmen and a couple of guys who haven't seen a lot of playing time over their careers at Indiana, and I'm talking about redshirt freshmen or sophomores. Do you plan on more of that if the opportunity presents itself in this game?
Well, I mean, if it does, and I hope it does, and but then when they go in, there's a standard. I don't want to see sloppiness on the field.
Coach, injury-wise, Donovan McCulley, Kalen Black, they did not play much after their opening segments of the ball game. Are those two guys ready to go?
Kalen should be ready to go. Donovan, I would say, is still questionable.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your taking the time, and best of luck in this matchup with Western Illinois today.
Thanks, Don.
All right, we'll come back with our scouting report on Western Illinois in just a couple of moments, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties in just 3 minutes. This is Indiana University Football on the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Hey Hoosier fans, the 2024 football season is here and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Touchdown, Indiana! This is Hoosier football from Learfield.
Arrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Ignite your summer with endless adventure in Indiana. Picture yourself in Indiana's breathtaking state parks, where you can trek scenic trails, spot beautiful wildlife, fish in tranquil waters, and camp under the stars. Start planning your getaway today at inindiana.com/stateparks.
This is Steve Webb with Electric Plus, a full-service electrical contractor powering Indiana with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Lafayette, and Kokomo. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers. We lead the league in new construction, expansions, modernizations, and service repair. Our team excels at industrial, commercial, residential, and 24/7 emergency coverage. Just like the Hoosiers desire to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. For more information, please visit electricplus.com and go Hoosiers.
Once again here at the Rock Memorial Stadium, Indiana getting ready to take on Western Illinois here tonight in the second non-conference game of this 2024 season. And, of course, our scouting report, as always, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. When scouting locations for your next apartment, make sure you check out what Hunter Bloomington Properties has to offer at hunterproperties.com. Hunter Bloomington Properties, because you should love where you live. Brand new head coach of the Western Illinois Ball Club is Joe Davis. We had a chance to talk to him earlier this week about this matchup with Indiana tonight. Here's our conversation. Coach Davis, first of all, this being your first season, your first ball game under your belt, I know Western Illinois has had some problems over the years as far as winning football is concerned, and I know you're trying to change that. And like Indiana, you've got a lot of new faces on this football team. Tell us a little bit about it.
You know, we're certainly humbled and excited about this new era of Western Illinois University football. And, you know, there has been such a significant tradition of excellence here. I mean, 35 NFL draft picks, multiple conference championships, and national playoff appearances. And you know, we feel like we've got the right people here to start that tradition again, so to speak. So just like a lot of college football, you know, we had pretty big roster overhaul, which was necessary for us. And while we've significantly increased the size and speed of our roster, what we lack right now is experience. And I think that's probably the difference between the newness of Indiana and the newness of WIU. So certainly got a lot of work to do here, but excited about what the future holds.
Tell us a little bit about your offense, Coach. And Nathan Lamb actually had a pretty good ball game last week at quarterback.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a very quarterback-driven system, and I've been fortunate to have been around and coached a lot of great quarterbacks within this offense. We call it a multiple spread advantage-based offense, you know, and there's three pillars to it. It's establishing a physical run game, it's creating mismatches, and it's controlling the tempo of the football game. So, you know, we're excited about what Nate can do. He's a very physically talented young man, can make all the throws. He's extremely athletic for how big he is, but like a lot of guys on our team right now, he just hadn't played a lot of football yet at this level.
Do you know who the playmakers are on the offensive side right now outside of Lamb?
Yeah, Tristan Duncan is a guy that did some good things for us last Saturday. All the receivers have the capability to do that. They're all very, very fast, excellent track athletes that are still kind of getting their footing as Division I football players. And we're excited about Cam Smith, our tailback. Again, you'll see him Friday night. He looks like a Big Ten running back. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, and is a guy that we expect big things from here as the season progresses.
Tell us a little bit about the defensive side of the ball. Who are the playmakers there?
Yeah, the defensive side of the ball, I mean, I probably was a little bit surprised at some of the lack of execution and tenacity on Saturday. I expected a little bit more from our defense, but again, you know, some new guys that are kind of getting their feet wet, so to speak, at that spot. DJ Taylor, you know, our boundary rush end is, again, he's big, he's long, he's fast, he's very disruptive, was a transfer that we took from a Division II program. Our boundary corner, Tyler Henry, is another young man that we think has very, very high upside on the defensive side of the football. And then our boundary inside linebacker, Diego Neri, was a transfer that we took from Bowling Green. That, again, he's a 245-pound linebacker that got a little dinged up Saturday, but will be back in the lineup for us on Friday night.
Coach, as far as the matchup is concerned with Indiana, what are the keys for Western Illinois?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you get into these games where you play up, you know, so to speak, for a Power 4 team, you know, it's avoiding the unforced errors. It's making sure that Western Illinois does not beat Western Illinois, you know, and certainly there's going to be some physical advantages that Indiana has at some positions, but we want to make sure that we're playing sound, fundamental football, and we're being competitive. You know, having coached at this level, you know, for a long time, you know, certainly you're going to do everything you can to win the football game, but for us, you know, if you're within a score at halftime, you'll have Indiana sweating, and that'll be our goal, is to keep this game close. Don't let it get out of hand. And the game's close in the second half. Hopefully we'll put ourselves in position to make some plays to win it.
And that is Joe Davis, the head coach of Western Illinois, in his first season at that school and his first season as a head coach as well. Our scouting report brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. And when we come back, Buck Sewer rejoins us as we continue to preview tonight's game, including the Indiana University Health Injury Report. This is Indiana Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
How many devices are connected to Wi-Fi in your home today? Televisions, smartphones, video doorbells, maybe even your refrigerator. It's a lot to put together into one seamlessly connected Wi-Fi solution. Smithville has just what you need to customize your ultra-fast Wi-Fi experience throughout your home. Learn how Smithville's new managed Wi-Fi service keeps you connected to what matters. Call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com to learn more.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Check out Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. They're like new and only available at your local Honda dealer. Checked, inspected, and reconditioned with genuine Honda parts by factory-trained technicians. Honda certified it and backed it with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Certified pre-owned Hondas are in stock now at your local Honda dealer. Drive worry-free with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Honda certified it. Only when you buy at your local Honda dealer.
Stop what you're doing, because right now, Kohl's is giving away millions of instant Kohl's Cash in stores for free. You heard that right. This weekend is their Kohl's Cash Ultimate Giveaway. Plus, get 3 days of deals in store and online. Yep, you definitely don't want to miss this. So hurry to Kohl's today, before it's too late. Kohl's Cash Giveaway valid in store only. Redeemable only that day. Some exclusions apply while supplies last. End September 8th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
This is Indiana football from Learfield. Today's diesel engines produce fewer emissions, achieve better fuel economy, and create more power by utilizing a high-pressure common rail system. But when combined with inferior diesel fuel, deposits can cause sticking, misfiring, and power loss. Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow contains detergency that lifts off and prevents deposits, saving diesel owners thousands of dollars in operating costs. Get more out of your engine with Countrymark's Premium Diesel X4 with ProFlow.
As a red-blooded IU fan, you know when something's homegrown, Hoosier authentic. That's why you'll love Indiana Kitchen premium pork products. Indiana Kitchen's a real Indiana company that partners with its surrounding family farms to deliver the highest quality, best-tasting pork you can buy. Like Indiana Kitchen bacon. It's cut a little thicker and smoked over natural hardwood for a hearty Hoosier flavor no other brand can match. One taste and you'll know why more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Find out more at indianakitchen.com.
Today's honorary flag bearers are represented.
Welcome back to the Rock Memorial Stadium here in Bloomington, Indiana, as the Hoosiers get ready to take on Western Illinois tonight in the second game of the season for both of these ball clubs. And Buck Sorby joins us here on the pregame. And Buck, we talked at the very outset of this ball game tonight. Indiana, a decided favorite in this ball game. In fact, a 40-plus point line, I guess, on this contest. And Western Illinois doesn't appear to be a ball club that can even damage Indiana if Indiana plays up to their capability.
No, I think that's exactly right. And Western's coming in here, and they've got their goals. They want to play better, get ready for the rest of their season. This is a good test for them. They're going to get superior talent to play against, so they're going to ask their kids to step up their game. Indiana has got to, on the other hand, try and play at their own level, not let Western Illinois bring that level down any. It's a challenge, but that's what Coach Signetti's looking for, that level to stay up no matter who they're playing.
Obviously, they got off to a good start offensively last week, 21 points in the first half before they gave up a touchdown. And I say that from the defensive perspective. But, Buck, that defense last week surprised me because they did not tackle in practices leading up to that ball game. And they were aggressive, tough, physical, everything you'd want, and very few missed tackles.
Well, you're exactly right. And I've been in this game a long time, since 1975, and everybody has always complained about tackling. Everybody. Why we got to tackle better? Why can't we tackle better? Well, they're getting the head out of tackling now. All college football is. I think tackling is better. And it's amazing to me they don't tackle during preseason, spring. They just don't tackle much, and the tackling is pretty darn good all around football. This new technique they're using, I think, holds up pretty darn well, and I think it's safer for kids. And if it's safer for kids, it's better for football.
4 sacks last week by the Indiana defense. That's saying something.
Well, wait till you see today. It's gonna be bigger than that, I think. Western, I don't think they're going to be able to run against Indiana, so they're going to have to throw it. They like their quarterback. He's kind of their guy. Receivers have got some skill. So I think the ball's going to be in the air. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. This offensive line, I don't think, can hold up to this defensive front and linebacker for Indiana, because that guy can rush.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to get after this quarterback pretty darn good today.
What would you do as a coach in this ball game? Would you be as vanilla as possible?
Yeah, I think
if you were the favorite like Indiana is.
I think you do. I think anytime you're going to win a football game, you stay vanilla. You try not to rush as many guys. You try and play the game the right way. You try and keep everything in front of you. I think you do. And I don't know it just because you're preparing something for UCLA or not. It's just a way to play a game that you're going to win. Stay sound, keep the ball in front, try and stop the rush with 4 guys so you can play coverage. I think you do. I don't think you do a whole lot, but I don't think it has anything to do with saving something for UCLA. I think it's just trying to win this football game.
Running game last week was probably the best part of the offense, at least from the standpoint of the number of guys that participated and the way they played.
Well, I mentioned it last week. The running back room, I think, is stacked. It's as much talent in that thing, depth-wise, and high-level talent that I've seen in a long time. The offensive line did a nice job. Undersized Florida international team defensively, but they did a pretty nice job. But this running back crew, that was probably the one thing other than the defensive side that I was excited about. These kids can run the football. I'm anxious to see what happens today. The thing that I was disappointed in was long runs. They didn't break anything. I think the big chunks were 12, 15. I expect to see some longer runs today when they get out in the open. I know they worked on it this week.
Coach, one of the things we don't talk about very much sometimes is the special teams, but they certainly played pretty well in the first game.
Yeah, I felt like it weren't challenged much, I guess. The punting game is okay. The kickoff return team is almost, that's non-essential anymore. Yeah. The punt team, they don't get a lot of opportunities either. People punt it short, and they kick it, and they soccer kick it, and they Australian kick it. And special teams, as long as you don't make mistakes, there isn't a lot of dynamic plays available anymore. But they didn't make mistakes. They had 11 guys in the field all the time. They didn't have any crazy bad fakes. So it was sound. I think he's got to feel good about the soundness. Kick and the extra point field goal was very good. So that's good.
And penalties were the biggest issue.
Yeah, I think it was. And that happened throughout sports. If you watch that crazy football game last night where they were calling procedure penalties on Baltimore every play because they kind of a new emphasis on getting the lineman up on the line of scrimmage. 4 out of the first 5, 1 warning, and then whoa! So penalties are going to be happening early in games. They're going to have to. You can coach that out of them. That's not a concern to me as much. The other thing that happened across football was personal fouls. That's the one thing not tackling probably affected because kids got excited and there was a lot of late hits and leading with the heads because they haven't done a lot of tackling. That's going to get cleaned up, I think. So, yeah, penalties will get cleaned up today, I think.
All right, our injury report brought to you by Indiana University Health. For the highest performing orthopedic care, just visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho. Out of this ball game for Indiana, once again, Donovan McCulley, who didn't see much action last week and then none after he got taken out. E.J. Williams Jr., Jaja Boyd, Brody Kosen all listed out in this ball game. One questionable, that's Joe Johnson. We will return as our pregame show concludes here, brought to you by IU Credit Union. We started a credit union and created a community. IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. And we'll be back with the starting lineups for the opening kick in just 3 minutes. This is Indiana University football on the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers! Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental needs. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, our equipment and tool division has everything you need, from skid steers, excavators, and boom lifts to jackhammers, battery chainsaws, paint sprayers, and tillers. Our tent event division offers the obvious tents, tables, chairs, and the associated needs like dance floors, bounce houses, lighting, and etc. And new this year, we are in the portable restroom business too. Let Master Rental take care of all of your rental needs, like we take care of B-Town Boulevard.
On the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
And it is a touchdown! The Hoosiers have knocked off the Purdue Boilermakers here at West Lafayette.
Hoosier football is on the air.
Breaks a tackle, down to the 5, touchdown Indiana! And how about that?
Brought to you by Smithville, at home and at work. Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Visit smithville.com for more information.
The celebration is on! Holy cow!
Kickoff is just moments away. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, here's Don Fisher and Buck Sewer.
Well, Indiana's come out on the football field here this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, as we get ready for the opening kickoff here today as Indiana takes on Western Illinois in Game 2 of the 24 season. Taking a look now at the starting lineups for Western Illinois offensively. At left tackle is Dagan Miller, a 6'4 junior from Glendale Heights, Illinois. Cole Smith, a 6'5 redshirt junior from Simi Valley, California, is at left guard. Joey Tricia is playing the center position at 6'1, a sophomore, and 300 pounds from Parker, Colorado. Isaiah Foote is the right guard. He's 6'3", 325, a redshirt senior out of Prince Frederick, Maryland. And Ryan Merklinger is the right tackle, 6'4 senior at 320, Savannah, Georgia product. Brandon Lanier is the tight end, a 6'2 junior out of Cincinnati, Ohio. The wide receiving core includes Tristan Duncan, a junior from Effingham, Illinois, Elijah Aragon, a sophomore from Oxnard, California, and Christian Anaya is 6'1", a sophomore from Chandler, Arizona. At the running back, it's Cam Smith. He's 6 foot, a senior out of Claymont, Delaware, and the quarterback is Nathan Lamb at 6'3", a 230-pound senior out of Tulare, California. We'll look at Indiana's defense first. And tonight, at the defensive end spot is Mikhail Kamara. He is 6'1", 265, a redshirt junior from Ashburn, Virginia. C.J. West is the nose guard at 6'2", a redshirt senior from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 317. James Carpenter is the defensive tackle at 6'2", 288, a redshirt senior from Roanoke, Virginia. Linnell Carr Jr., 6'2", 246-pound senior from St. Louis, Missouri, at the other defensive end. Aiden Fisher at 6'1", 233, a junior from Fredericksburg, Virginia, as a linebacker, along with Jalen Walker at 6'1", 218, a senior from Richmond, Virginia. The rover is Amari Farrell at 6'2", a sophomore from Lake City, Florida. The corners are D'Angelo Pods, a 5'9" sophomore from Miami, Florida, and Jameer Johnson at 5'11", a redshirt junior from Pasadena, California. And the safeties, Josh Sanguinetti at 6'1", a senior from Lauderdale Lakes, Florida. Sean Asbury, the second, is the free safety at 5'10", a senior out of Stafford, Virginia. Those are the starting lineups for these two ball clubs, offensively for Western Illinois, defensively for Indiana. And the toss tonight, won by Western Illinois. They have deferred, so Indiana gets the ball first. They go right to left on your radio dial. And the Red Hat out there on the field. Right now, both teams still huddled around their respective coaches. And we are about ready for kickoff here in this ball game this evening as Indiana comes in at 1-0, Western Illinois standing 0-1.
Here's a new look at the area behind the players. They got little ceilings on top of where they sit now.
They do. You're right.
That's new.
That is new. I've never seen that.
I have never either. They got little houses over there they can go into when they get talked to when they come out of the game. Look at they got their helmets behind there.
Yeah,
probably on helmet warmers. Little ceilings over there. It's like little houses they're in.
Helmet warmers. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Solomon Van Horst is one of the deep men for Indiana. He has Miles Price is back there with him. Those two guys. Van Horst probably gets more of the opportunity, but I'm telling you, the way they kick it in the end zone these days, nobody gets much chance.
We'll see what happens here. Usually against programs of the FCS variety, special teams is where the athleticism shows up, or the lack of. We'll see what happens here on the coverage team.
Antonio Chata is the man kicking it off for Western Illinois. It's coming down to Van Horst at the goal line. He's up to the 10, to the 15, cuts to the outside. He's at the 20, 25. Stutter steps his way to the 30, and then he goes down right around the 31. So a nice job by Van Horst to run it out there to the 32-yard line. Ryan Crandall makes the stop for Western Illinois, but that's a 32-yard return.
Yeah, the difference between athleticism between those two programs, if they can get a chance to return kicks, I think it'll be a real advantage for Indiana to try and do it.
Curtis Rourke leads the offense onto the field. We'll check the running back for you here. Tyson Lawton will start at running back once again in this ball game tonight. He played well last week. Two wide receivers to the far side, one to the near. And O'Rourke ready to take the snap, and Curtis fires it right over the middle. Ball deflected and goes to the ground. The pass was intended out there for Elijah Surratt, and that just didn't get to him. So it'll be second down to 10.
Yeah, run pass check. They were going to hand that off if they didn't like the pass. But the slant was open, but the defensive end on that side slanted back, got dropped out of the coverage and knocked it down.
So again, O'Rourke lines up with a 2nd and 10 now with Lawton to his right. Again, the two receivers right, one to the near side. And here's a quick throw down the field and a diving catch made by Miles Price right at the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 49 where he went down. But it will be a first down for Indiana on a 17-yard pickup.
Well, a terrible throw there. Well, I shouldn't say terrible. A really bad throw there. That's a touchdown if he just throws it up on his chest. He had to go down and get it. There was nobody behind him. Completely wide open. That was a touchdown if he throws it on his chest.
And now Lawton goes to the right side of Rourke. Two receivers near side, one to the far. And here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Lawton. Lawton takes it up the middle, carries for about 4 yards on the play. He gets it to the 47-yard line of Western Illinois, and the Hoosiers already in the leathernecks territory.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing a lot of run-pass check for the quarterback. If he doesn't like the run or if he doesn't like the pass, whichever he's looking at first, he'll go to the other side. If he doesn't like the pass, he goes to the run. Doesn't like the run, he goes to the pass. A lot of that check with me early in this game.
Three receivers far side, one to the near, and now two as Lawton comes out and sets himself from the running back spot. Here's Rourke, fires it downfield. Price gets it. He's got a first down, carries the tackler with him down to the 38-yard line before it can be dropped. Another nice gain, and Crandall makes the stop for Western Illinois.
Yeah, too much cushion for Western Illinois. They're in zone there. All he did was run down, rat the sticks, turn around. One thing Indiana receivers do a great job of, they really know where the marker is, and when they run their little hooks for first downs, they're right on that marker. Great job by the receiver being at that spot.
Omar Cooper split to the far side. Anderson Kobe's now the wide receiver near side, and Justice Ellison's in at running back. Horton, the tight ends, moves to the left side, sets himself in the H-back spot. Rourke is back to throw. Fires it down the field. He's got a man. Anderson Kobe makes the catch at the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana. A 38-yard strike for the Hoosiers right at the outset of this ball game.
Yeah, a little play fake to hold the linebackers. Didn't need it. They ran a post from the left side all the way across the field. Man coverage for Western for the first time. They caught him in it, and he was wide open in the end zone. A good throw, an easy throw, though, because he was wide open on the post.
So Indiana puts the first 6 on the scoreboard. That will bring out the field goal kicker and extra point man Nicholas Radicic, the 5'11 freshman from Coppell, Texas. Last week he was perfect. 1 field goal and all of the extra points, and now he kicks this one up in the air, and it is through the uprights, and Indiana's got 7 on the board in a real rapid hurry here. 12:53 to go here in this first quarter of play, and Indiana gets its first touchdown of the evening. We're back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tire Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
And the Hoosiers score.
This is Indiana football from Learfield.
We all know the importance of nutrition and diet for a healthy lifestyle. We also know dairy foods provide great nutrition and value. That's a reason enough why Indiana families choose locally produced Prairie Farms dairy products like whole milk yogurt and cottage cheese. They're packed with protein and perfect for snacking or as a part of your favorite recipes. Visit prairiefarms.com for delicious recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages. Support local dairy farmers and remember to drink local with Prairie Farms.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
for a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
Once again here at the Rock Memorial Stadium. Indiana off to a hot start here. Get the ball on the opening kickoff and take it right down the field. And a strike to Anderson Kobe, I think just his second touchdown here at Indiana. And Kobe, of course, was wide open for that toss from Curtis Rourke.
I'm going out on a limb. You ready?
Stand by.
I'm going out on a limb. 2 defensive touchdowns for the Hoosiers today.
Okay, a prediction. I
don't like to do that, but I got nothing better to do after that drive right there. 2 defensive touchdowns for the Hoosiers today. And I'm going to have Sammy count them because he's our top guy.
Well, the return people for this ball club, Toriano Tate is back deep. I think they've got another player back there. I'm not quite sure. Is that, Josh Nieves is the other man that's back deep. But Tate is normally the guy that runs back the kicks. And Derek McCormick didn't let anybody run one back last week because he kicked every one of them into the end zone.
Got a little stronger wind today, and he's kicking into it here.
Yep.
So there may be a shot here for the leathernecks to return one.
Here's the boot. And there's no shot at this one. I mean, that ball is right on the outside of the goal. I mean, he knocked that one 100, well, not 100, but you get what I'm saying. Almost kicked it out of the end zone.
2 tee guys, 2 of them sharing the tee. What a great job by the tee picker-uppers today. Great hustle, two of them, and they shared the tee. Tremendous job by the tee pickers uppers.
So first and 10 at the 25-yard line for Western Illinois. Their quarterback, he is Nathan Lamb. He takes the snap, fires the football. It's deflected, and it looked like Linnell Carr got a hand up there and batted the ball down, and obviously it's second down and 10.
Yeah, they're going to try and throw the ball quick here. Great job by the defensive end, who was he's unblocked, but he kept his hands up, looked at it right away, was able to get a hand on it, knocked it down. This puts the Leathernecks in some serious trouble here behind the chains.
Cameron Smith is the running back. He gets the call. He gets hit. He spins away from a tackler, but is knocked down at the 9, or after a 1-yard gain by Aiden Fisher. And the ball is marked at the 26. Aiden Fisher is all over the field. He reminds me so much of Micah McFadden.
Yeah, so much. They blitz him probably as much, too. He just has really the same kind of technique as Micah did. Rushing the passer, he's very good at that. But he's able to run sideline to sideline also.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. Duncan, Aragon, and Anaya are the wide receivers. And the quarterback now, Lamb, takes the snap. Looks the throw right over the middle. He's got a man open, and he got blasted out there. What a hit that was by Sean Asbury. He lit up the receiver on the play. He had the ball in his hands for an instant, and he went to the ground in a hurry after that blow.
Yeah, playing zone right there. The inside receiver ran past the linebacker. He was pretty much wide open in that seam area right there, but the safety was deep in zone. Tremendous job hitting with his shoulder pad, not helmet to helmet, hitting with his shoulder pad right after the touch. Tremendous defense by the Hoosiers.
Jared Campbell, the punter for Western Illinois, gets an end-over-end job, and Miles Price will try to pick it up, and he does. He's at the 25. He turns around, tries to go up the sideline, gets knocked out of bounds over there, and there's a flag. It's going to be a late hit. So Price, who picked up the football as it was rolling down the field, hit by Jalen Ribbon, and knocked out of bounds, but obviously they're going to tack on 15 for the personal foul.
Yeah, he saved about 10 yards of roll by picking it up.
Yep.
And then picked up another 15.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 5 of the kicking team. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return. First and 10. Timeout.
And the football is marked at the 47-yard line, it looks like. And that's where Indiana will have it when we come back. We have time out of the field, 11:52 on the clock here. Things moving fast for Indiana at this juncture, and they'll take over the football when we return. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone, every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Indiana Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Back here at the Rock Memorial Stadium, Indiana, 7-0 leader with just 11:52, or I should say 11:52 on the clock. We just got underway, and Indiana's already got the lead and the football back, and they'll have it at their own 47-yard line as we return.
Here we go. Mixed it up last, but mostly passing in that first drive for the Hoosiers. Western's got to do something. They got to take away something. They're trying to do it with a lot of people at the line of scrimmage, putting their secondary in a big hurt. Last week against Northern Illinois, they got thrown on by a lot, like 450 yards. They better get some. They better get some help. Open that secondary too, because right now Indiana's got their way within the passing game.
Curtis Rourke took to the huddle late, but he was being talked to by the quarterback's coach. And we are ready as he sets his ball club. Justice Ellison in the lineup as the running back, 2 wide receivers near side. Handoff, Ellison. Ellison, no place to go. Picks up maybe a yard of the play, perhaps 2. They'll give him 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 as Noah Epley comes up and makes the stop. But really, nobody moved over there on the right side.
No, they had a lot of numbers on that right side, too. Kind of ran right into their strength of that defense there. 7 or 8 men right within 3 or 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, really tight against the run.
Indiana makes a shift here, drive 2 players coming to the near side in that arrowhead formation, all in tight. Here's the snap back and the pitch out to Ellison. Ellison turns it upfield. He's at the 40, down to the 30, about the 35-yard line before they can knock him to the ground. K.J. Coleman makes the stop in the play, but it's a big first down and a 16-yard gain.
Yeah, Indiana pulled 2 people that time. I believe it was a center and guard. Maybe it was a tight end. The tight end and the guard pulled around, really attacked the left side, outside of that defensive front for Western Illinois, and really gashed him.
Miles crosses in the lineup as a wide receiver, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. Ellison lines up in a pistol look behind Rourke, and Rourke throws the football right over the middle to Surratt, and Elijah Surratt makes the catch inside the 15-yard line down to around the 12. Another first down, and Indiana is biting off huge chunks here early. That was a 24-yard pickup.
Yeah, play action by the quarterback that time, holding the linebackers, and then threw the slant right behind him. That slant pass has been huge for Indiana early in this game.
Cross comes in tight this time. Surratt is lined up fairly tight to the near side. Ellison still the running back. Rourke takes the snap, hands it off to Ellison, takes it up the gut. 10-5, down to the 2-yard line before he goes down. Another nice run. And Indiana looks like they've got another first down here. And they are going to move the chains. It'll be first and goal for Indiana at the 2.
Yeah, they're attacking that left side right now. Again, the guard and the tight end pulling, and they attack that tight end area. And got another good gash right there. Again, attacking them, hard running, good blocking up front, utilizing the outside runs.
Well, we had another timeout, this time for an injury, as Willie Jones, a defensive back for Western Illinois, is down on the ground. And I think maybe he is limping a little bit, so he's a little ginger on that right ankle, apparently. But he's off the field on his own. So he's not hurt seriously, it doesn't look like, but he is limping a little bit. Timeout on the field. 9:50 to go here in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
This is Hoosier football from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
For generations, hard-working people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. a legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Welcome back once again to the Rock Memorial Stadium. 9:50 to go here in the first period. Indiana knocking at the door for the second time with the ball at the 2-yard line, and it's first and goal at the 2 as Curtis Work comes back out on the field.
Have you seen him do any Wildcat, Don? I have not seen any Wildcat ever.
Not for a long time, that's for sure.
I'm glad to see that. I don't like that. So I'm glad to hear that. I hope they don't do it.
Everybody in tight this time. No wide receivers out there. Here's the handoff. Justice Ellison right up the gut. Touchdown, Indiana. Ellison, another nice run. And he had to do some of that on his own. There wasn't a big hole there initially. But nevertheless, Indiana gets the score. And the Hoosiers are on the board on their second possession. And now it's 13-0.
Western Illinois did not have a lot of enthusiasm during their warm-up, Don. And it's hard to believe, but it is ebbed.
Yeah, you're right. And now Radicic is ready to kick the extra point. James Evans will hold it. New long snapper Mark Langston in there, and the snap is a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And Indiana has 14 on the board here, and the Red Hat is too tired to go out on the field this time.
He's rolling his arm. Let's go.
So they'll talk it over briefly. Indiana's kicking it. It will come out of the field, and Indiana very quickly on the scoreboard with 2 touchdowns here in exactly 5.5 minutes.
Well, Cosignani got his message across to this bunch to play at your level first, and that's what they've done the first series for the defense and first 2 series for the offense. They are playing at a very high level, very physical, very fast.
That drive for Indiana on the last series, 53 yards, 2 minutes and 22 seconds, just 5 plays, as Indiana's biting off some big chunks of yardage here tonight, and much more so than they did in the first ball game. Here is the kick, and again, McCormick with the big leg, almost out of the end zone once again. I'll tell you what, he's been the most consistent long kicker that we've had here in a long time, and we've had a couple of guys that were pretty good.
Yeah, long kicking wise, he's well, it's only 1 game and 2 kicks, but he's been pretty good so far. I'm not going to put a King's hat on him yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, I'm still kind of impressed.
I know you're looking for positive things. So yeah, so far he's been really good.
What's going to happen if we see something negative?
I'd like to find something negative here, maybe.
Here's the snap, and Lamb hands the ball off, and this time it is Farmer who carries the pigskin for Western Illinois, and he is down at the line of scrimmage. He tried to cut outside. Josh Sanguinetti was not about to let him.
Well, that wasn't negative. He tried to bounce that play, started inside, there's nothing there, bounced it out into 3 or 4 red jerseys. So Indiana swarming to the football on defense.
Matthew Henry and Tristan Duncan are 2 wide receivers to the near side. There are 2 to the far. And man goes in motion. Lamb takes the snap. Now we got a flag. That's going to be a procedure call, I believe.
Ball start. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So that is illegal procedure, a false start, and it will be 2nd and 15.
This defense has got to get going. They got to get 2 scores. What are they waiting on?
Buck, we're not that far into the game.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I was saying to you about the kickoffs, remember?
That's true. Yeah. Now they've got 3 wide receivers near side, 2 to the far. Empty backfield for Nathan Lamb, the quarterback. Takes the snap. People coming, he throws it quickly, and it's incomplete. I think Tristan Duncan was the man they intended, or Torrance Farmer perhaps, but it was nowhere close to either one.
Yeah, I think it was DeFarmer on the slant. He looked to be a little bit wide open. There was a smidge of pressure on him, but just a wide overthrow.
Duncan moves to the far side of the field. Near side, we got Damari Davis in there right now. And Lamb. Again, the empty backfield. 2 H-backs, one on either side. Here's the snap back. Lamb looks, runs to the right, throws the football. This time it's caught. And they think maybe not a first down, but very close to it, as the grab was made out there by Christian Anaya. And Anaya comes up with the grab. Josh Sanguinetti the stop. And it's just shy a yard of